Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. Last time we got through this warehouse, but we were short of some iron tools to unlock a container. We have come back, we have our iron tools, and we're going to get into it. So let's get this unlocked. We'll finish this one off, which clears that warehouse, and then we'll continue with our scientific exploration of the zone. So we can move these things in and end our expedition, and then that completes yet another one. I already have some vehicles heading to the industrial site up here, and this gas station needs a fire axe, a ladder, and a encyclopedia. Now our buggy has the encyclopedia, but not a fire axe. And I've currently got some vehicles heading back that way. What else can we do? What have we got? We've got an industrial site, the gas station. There's another industrial site here which just has some planks waiting for it, so we could head there and collect them. We've also got a greenhouse down here, but that doesn't actually have, it's only got knowledge points. There's no science there. There's a house here which does have a technology, and that requires a ladder and an encyclopedia. So I'm going to send my buggy up there just in case, and I think that is all the technological unlocks we can find. So there's just the gas station there, the industrial site, and then we are done. So I'm going to grab an encyclopedia, a ladder, and a fire axe when I return home, and then everything else should be completed, and that will finish off the science bit of things. So we'll have all of the technologies that are available on the map will be unlocked, and we can just continue on with our expansion. That is going to involve a new settlement, which is going to happen today, which is a bit quicker than I was expecting. And what I think I'll do is I will just chip away at these minor exploration sites and minor expeditions as I'm off camera and stuff. And then it shouldn't take us too long. So we've got a bottom support here, which is the one that requires the ladder. I do see a ladder around the corner there, so that actually does help us out quite substantially. This plant here will hopefully have a seed in it for us. It doesn't. It's just another knowledge point, but that might mean we have all of the seeds we could possibly get. There's a safe here as well, which we need to look out for. So we've got to be aware that there's going to be a code somewhere for us. Where could it possibly be? It's not on the road. Is it around here? Not seeing anything there. All right, we'll climb up the ladder, and that gains us access to the rest of the building. Is it written somewhere else? Where could it possibly be? Is it on one of these buildings nearby? No. Right. Is it on the side of this truck here? No. Not on the roof of the house. Not on the side of the house. Let's have a look. What's it going to ask us to do? It does say it's secured with a code, so the code must be somewhere. Not seeing it. On the road. Definitely not on the road. Do we gain access to the house? Is there a way to get in? Oh, there it is. 2046. Right, we can go back up there then. And we'll head to the safe. 2046. Very well hidden, that one. 204 and 6. Submit, and we are in. 50 gas masks. Okay, that's nice. So the thing is, we've got so many knowledge points now, we should be able to mop up the remaining research as long as we have enough items to complete that research. So we just got to send another vehicle back there. We've also unlocked the water pump, which is, yeah, excellent. More technologies coming in. Then these guys have just arrived where we want them to be. They needed a plank and a ladder, which we have brought with us, thankfully. So we've got a container there. There is another plank in the site and a ladder already propped up for us. There's an axe there too. The transformer box will give us some parts for electrical stuff. 5370. We've already found the safe code for that upper level there. And hopefully this will give us another new... Well, it should give us another new technology once we 100% it. And yeah, so I've found, you know, advisory notice, please do this. Knuckle down in one settlement, really expand it well, and then get yourself out there. I think that's the best way to do it. 5370. 5370. We are in. We have copper, and we've also unlocked the vulcanizer. Now, I think we may have already researched that, but it's not really an issue. We have managed to get that done, and we can then just finish off the looting with our Pathfinder. I did eventually decide that I was going to sell some stuff to Ola Sorensen. Once we've completed the expeditions, we don't actually need them, and as I'm planning on chipping away at them, what's the point? We don't actually need them. So, yeah, I decided not to bother. We don't have a plant encyclopedia with us, so I'm going to do as much as I can in this expedition, get whatever I can from it, and then we'll move on. There probably won't be a book here. I very much doubt it, but we do have them. We'll bring them back over from the settlement, and then we can finish this all off. The delivery truck will require a axe to get into it, and we have unlocked the statue. Again, I'm not sure if we've unlocked them already. Although if we had already unlocked it, it would actually just give us the knowledge points for it. So actually, we mustn't have unlocked the statue. Now, the statue is actually a decorative item. It does boost the morale of citizens in and around the area, so that is good. It boosts like the attractiveness of the area and keeps your citizens happy. So we just need to get that plant that's there, and then we can end the expedition again. And that is brilliant. I'm going to just very quickly load up another axe, or we'll take the lockpick. That would be more useful. Can we load anything else in there? No, doesn't look like we can. So we're going to head home, and this will be our final run, I think. We can just drop everything off. So we'll stick all of that in, and the fire axe, which we can't because the depot is full. They're done. Then what about here? We can stick them in. We've got an encyclopedia there, but we've got too many encyclopedias now, and we've also got too much scrap. So I did build some new storage expansions, but because of the fact that we've got so much going on, we've filled them already. Now, the thing that I do need to focus on is rubber gloves, which is what we need the vulcanizer for. So if we have a look at our research here, you can see that we have so much of it now. It's the shelter we haven't got. We also don't have the paved path. We haven't got the brewery or the bar or the hospital. Then quite a lot of the electrical stuff we haven't yet unlocked. The house we haven't done, and the upgraded town centre we haven't done. And then there's quite a bit over here that is more to do with like the electrical expansion stuff that we haven't yet done. But we're going to be able to do all of this very quickly and very soon. Now, we don't have enough bricks to do the stone path, but iron mines, batteries, again, we need bricks for, but a lot of the other stuff we already have access to. So that is very, very good. Just move those vehicles away so we can get back out into the wasteland as quickly as possible. But before I do that, I'm going to need to just move some stuff across. We're going to put everything here into the Nomad. I don't want the buggy, so I'm going to move the buggy away. And then the Titan here can just drop that last item into there. So our Nomad is going to kind of carry any residuals for us. So then we can dump all of this into the settlement. We're full on the other stuff there, so that's fine. We can just shift this across. The buggy, we're going to move away. Then again, we'll dump all of that in there. And then nothing else. So we're completely full with items and stuff. The only one we don't have maxed out on is the generator. And they're a little bit more difficult to find. They're quite rare, so that's fine. Then we'll go over to the Nomad again. Bring him up to the Pathfinder, and we'll take all of that excess from them. So we're just going to do a bit of moving around. What do I need in terms of these final expeditions? So our gas station needed the plant encyclopedia to finish it off. The industrial site just needs something picked up from it. And the house there needed... oh, it just needs stuff picking up from it, and then that's done. So actually, all we've got left to do is go and finish the gas station off with the plant encyclopedia, and then everything else should be complete. So we've got the plant encyclopedia there, and we can head back out. I'm actually going to put the plant encyclopedia into the buggy, so we're going to bring the buggy up here to the Nomad, and then they're going to exchange their goods. It's still tagged onto the Pathfinder there, which I don't want. There we go. Right, we'll take the buggy, give the buggy the plant encyclopedia, and then we'll find that gas station again. The buggy's going to head on over there. We're going to have everybody head over there, but the buggy will get there first because it's quick. And that is all of our expeditions done. This house is right here. That's just an interesting place. It will have some sort of item for us, maybe a safe. But in terms of our technologies, we have looted and done all of the expeditions that give us access to new technologies. So now we know everything we research moving forward isn't actually going to give us negative, you know, we're not going to be wasting that. So all of our research moving forward is going to be brand new stuff. So we can just loot this plant here. That is done. It's 100%. It wasn't, you know, we got a point from it, but nothing else. So we'll end that expedition there and then have a look at our final one over at that gas station, which just needs a ladder, and the industrial site, which just needs a plank, and then the house there. Now all of this stuff we can deposit at a new settlement when we finally occupy one. I'm going to bring the buggy over to the house. They can at least loot some stuff. There's a drought imminent. If we just make sure that Terra Nova has plenty of water, which it does, I think we should be okay. So this can loot up some stuff here, and then we'll send the buggy back home to here. These guys have arrived, so we're going to loot up. We can't loot the ladder there, so we'll send the Pathfinder to the house to pick up what was left there. Like that. And then we'll head back over here. We can loot there, nothing there. Oh god, have I filled everything up too much? No, there we go, we got it. Excellent. And that completes that one. And that should clear off. So it's just the industrial site. Now, do we have something that doesn't have a tool in it? No, and no. They've both got nothing that they can give to us. So let's have a quick look again at our expeditions once this autosave completes, and then we can move on. Right, so we need to head over to the house here where we'll be able to pick up some more stuff. In fact, these guys have got it. And lastly, I think that should be our Titan arriving. They're done. So it was just the industrial site down there and the house up there. So we'll send the Titan over to the house. These guys can now just kind of have a little look around, and we'll just have them loot stuff while we wait for the Titan to arrive, because the Titan is pretty slow. But taking all of this stuff's going to be very good. Yep, loads of materials and things that we can take back to our settlement, and then we want them to kind of just keep looking around, really. So there's some buildings over here. That one's an expedition, which we're not going to do because we don't need to right now. The Titan has arrived, so they're going to load up that ladder. That completes that expedition, and then if we have a look, it's the final industrial site just down here where they can go. Wait a minute, that's a city of ruins. I've gone to the wrong place. The industrial site, please. There we go. Right, and then we just need the Titan. Where is it? There it is. We'll have our Titan go to there. All of these guys should have arrived where they need to be. They can take on them, and then we'll just have a little look around here. Load up that, and load up some iron. Iron's always good, and then we'll head on over here. The drought has arrived. The Titan is almost where it needs to be. The buggy has finally arrived home. Where have these guys gone? They've gotten lost. Definitely gotten lost. Right, how long is this drought going to last? 11 minutes. That is a big drought. We might need to head down and trade for some water. Have they arrived yet? Yes, they have. Good. Right, they can load up any of that stuff. And again, this stuff. Wonderful. Right, that is now looted. Do we have anything nearby that we can grab? Don't think so. So we're going to pull everybody home as a bit of a precautionary measure. The Titan's got to where it needs to be. So that's going to loot the plank that was there. And then we're going to have them just load up some stuff from here because these are easy, quick loots. We'll grab all of that there. And then we will go and grab this from down here. Excellent. Then we can send the Titan home as well, get our whole convoy back, trade all of this stuff in. Okay, so water, of course, bit of an issue. We are hemorrhaging water right now, and we definitely don't have enough to cope with another 8 minutes. So I think our stock lasts for less than 4 minutes. So I'm just going to slow things down a second here because this could get a bit spicy. We're going to head down to our good friend Rusty Rolf, and we're going to trade some water with him. And then over here as well, we're going to have these guys just drop off whatever they can. And then he's full, so he can't drop anything more off. So he's going to go down to Rolf as well, and he's going to trade some stuff with him. Then over here, we can exchange goods again. We've managed to put all of that stuff back. Now, all of this, we can't get rid of. And all of this, we can't get rid of either. So again, we'll send this lot right down to Rolf. We're going to stock up on a load of water, and we're just going to dump it all. So I'm going to very quickly enter the trading post. We're going to get rid of that axe, and we're going to bring in quite a bit of water. So I'm just going to put some back. I don't really want to trade the plant encyclopedia. Actually, we can trade the plant encyclopedia. What am I talking about? We don't need it. We've got maxed out. Now, the problem with that is we end up with, you know, we're making a loss. So if I take that away, I don't want to get an unfair trade, even though I know it's not that much of an issue because I have plenty of encyclopedias. I'm still going to be a bit of a miser, not let him rip me off. So let's head back up to the settlement with this loot, and we'll drop that off. We've also got a sandstorm coming in, so we're going to need to rectify that. And then over here, we are going to trade all of this scrap and wood. We're then going to bring some water in off him. I'm going to trade more scrap to him and the fire axe. We're going to bump that in and that in and that in. Then we're going to give him a plank. Then we are going to take down some water. Actually, I'm always going to benefit from that. So take that away from him. Unit inventory does not provide enough space to take in these resources. Ah, that's because I've loaded that back in. Right, so I can take some stuff out here. When I take out that, right, I put the fire axe back in. Or if I put the plank in. Now the planks give me enough to complete it. So let's just do that. We'll carry out that trade, and then we'll leave the trading post and head back up to our settlement. And you can see here, hopefully the buggy's going to arrive soon so we can drop off that. Yes, it has arrived, and we'll drop off the water there. Excellent. Right, that worked out pretty well. And our extra vehicle should be arriving soon. Our water will only last for another 2 minutes, but right now, there we go. That boosts us all the way up. That's going to last for less than 5 minutes, but it's enough for us to cope. We're going to enter the trading post again. We're going to sell him all of that scrap. Then we're going to bring in loads of water here. Give him the planks, carry out the trade, leave the trading post, and these guys can now just head home. We're safe. We've got all of the water that we're going to need, and that helps us see out the drought. The problem is that's not something that's sustainable, so we need to expand our water and get more resources there. I'm going to just move our vehicles away and then finish off. Once these guys arrive, we'll pump in a load of water. I mean, it kind of is sustainable if we have enough resources that we can give to Rusty Rolf, but we actually don't have enough resources to give to Rusty Rolf because a lot of the stuff that we've acquired here is from expeditions and things, and it's not finite. It's finite, sorry. It's not infinite. So we need to make sure that we are always able to have a decent water supply. And actually, it doesn't come from a lack of being able to build and take in water. It comes from a lack of water towers. So we are going to put in a few more of these. We're going to put some right here, that one, and then we'll add another one in there, and another one here. So once that's in, we're going to have loads of water. The food has lasted perfectly fine, so I'm not too worried about the food issue. We managed to end up with quite a bit of food there, and it hasn't gone down to the point where, you know, we're losing it. Now, tools, difficult. Cloth, tough. Coal, problematic. We do have the ability to open up a coal mine, and in fact, I think I already have one. There's one there, but we aren't getting enough people working it to harvest enough coal to keep ourselves above water. And that's largely down to the fact that our brickworks is operational and we've got stuff being made there. So we're just going to shut down the brickworks for now. That'll allow our clay reserves to build back up, but you can see we're still hemorrhaging coal. And that could be due to the fact that, you know, we're making quite a lot of stuff now. So let's put some more people to work in the coal mine until our coal is no longer at a deficit. That works. That's good. And then if we can find a... Do we have another tool workshop? I don't think we do. Yes, we do. We've got a new workshop there. But again, scrap tools, they are producing and they're maxed out. So if we have a look at our school, we can change our educational subjects around a little bit. I mean, it is raining now, which is great. And we can boost the production of our workshops. They're currently only getting a boost of 10%. So if we drop these out and then go with industry, does that see a boost to our workshops? Let's find out. I don't know if it does. So that helps mines and smelters. Engineers help construction materials. Economy doesn't actually tell us what we need to upgrade that. I'm going to go with engineers. It's not ecology because that's ecological buildings. It's not general. Well, generalist does give us a 10%. Society, botanist. I'll take engineers and we'll see what happens. So it is raining and that's going to clear a lot of the toxic waste that we've got. We get a 50% boost here for brickworks, clay pit. Rated Tailor's Workshop doesn't get the bonus from it. Interesting. So perhaps it's to do with raw materials. So it's the construction stuff that we need. Upgraded Lumberjack Lodge. Now the recycling center is great. It generates scrap in its surrounding area. And that is going to make, that's going to give us an infinite supply really of stuff like that. So it's trades and crafts maybe. The workshop, the weaving mill. We can upgrade our workshops actually. Maybe we should do that. Do we have the upgraded workshop? Yes, we do. So we're going to upgrade that workshop and see if that helps because it's all about the tool production. And we do have some more workshops somewhere, I think. Yeah. We can upgrade that one. It's already being extended, that one. What about the next one? That one is not. So we'll get that upgraded. And that will hopefully see us actually start producing tools. So our tools are now at at parity, which is great. That's what we need. And if I go at my educational subjects again and our school, we can have a look here because our cloth, our weaving mills and stuff, we could do with boosting that. And that might well be something like ecology or it might be industry. That's mines and smelters. Now you can see now our scrapyards have a 50% boost and our, oh yeah, the workshops don't get it. Brickworks, clay pit, woodcutters, lumberjack, they're all getting upgrades. That one, not so much. What about economy? That gives the iodine mine a boost. Again, the weaving mill doesn't see anything from that. What about society then? There we are. It's society for the weaving mill and the workshop. So if we go with the society upgrades, that we'll see everything get a nice little boost. Not the cloth, but the paper, yes, definitely. Carbon masks. Yeah, cloth production is probably more like a ecology, or it might well be a botany. So let's let's add botany in, see what that does. That does impact the weaving mill, the tailor's workshop. So you can see now our cloth not quite impacted by it, but that will probably tip out at about 50-50, I guess, unless they're all just getting a 25% boost. Let's just leave it as it is and we'll see what happens. So it's quite interesting, the school system. I think it's really nice to have that boost, and obviously power is the way forward. So we're going to look at our research now. We don't yet have enough bricks for that. What about the brewery? We need hops for the brewery and we're going to need to grow hops so we can do that. So that could be the next target for us. But we need a new settlement. And over here, we have 2 restorable mines. There's a lead mine there and a decaying mine. That will be a coal mine. We've then got 2 patches of fertile soil, a patch of swampland, and 2 copper mines. Now, if we have a look at our research, you can have a look at batteries here. They need bricks and rubber and copper cables, sorry. We do have the copper cables in stock already, but I think that could be something that we look at. And then, obviously, we'll have the copper mine, but we'll have restored one. So, copper and rubber is probably our next best bet. And this settlement is pretty ripe for that. So next episode, we're going to go and establish a brand new settlement, and we will start growing again. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I will see you for the next episode of Endzone 2. Bye-bye.